What's up, guys? Ryan from IW Nerd here, and today I'm going to be going through my Survivor Series predictions. I'm going to predict the matches that I think are going to take place at the event, and this is going to include both the men's and women's War Games matches, who I think are going to be in those specific matches. So I got about four match predictions here, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with one match that I think is definitely going to happen, and that is going to be Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. This comes after their recent interaction on Monday Night Raw. This event's also in San Diego, which is the hometown of Rey Mysterio, so it feels like a no-brainer to have Rey Mysterio on this card. So, yeah, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio, I think is definitely going to happen on this card, and I think it could be a really fun match. I'm going to go with Dominic Mysterio retaining the title if it happens, but I think it should be solid. I don't think we need a Rey Mysterio title reign at this point of his career, but I think that Rey versus Dom could be a really good match, and I'm pretty certain this match is going to happen just based on what we've been seeing. Okay, so let's go with the women's War Games match. So I'm going to predict that we're definitely going to get a women's War Games match on this card, and it's just going to depend on who WWE wants to put like in this match. So I think it's going to be based around the current storyline with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. I think those two are definitely going to be in this match, and they're two of the best talents that WWE has, so it makes sense for them to be in it. And Asuka and Kairi Sane also make sense on the other side. So I think those four on opposite sides make sense. Um, I also think Becky Lynch is going to join the heel side. There was a bit of an interaction with Becky Lynch and Asuka and Kairi Sane on Raw. So I think that hinted to me that we're going to see them kind of team up at War Games. And finishing off the heel side, I also have Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez taking part. Um, and then I have Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and Stephanie Vacker on the babyface side. So that might be confusing just because there's so many names. But so if that goes as planned, it would be Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Stephanie Vacker versus Becky Lynch, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Roxanne Perez, and Raquel Rodriguez. I think that is the potential 5v5 match. Obviously, things could change the if somebody else joins in the storyline, but that's kind of what it's looking like from my perspective. And I think this would be a really, really good match. I'll go with Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Stephanie Vacker winning. But could go either way. But yeah, that's my prediction for this match. Okay, so just a quick prediction here. So WWE has announced a tournament that will determine John Cena's opponent at the Saturday night's main event in December, which is taking place after Survivor Series. The big rumor going around is that Gunther is going to be the person facing Cena. Not sure, that's not 100%, but that's kind of what the rumor mill is saying. And I do think it would make sense. But what I'm going to predict is that Gunther is actually going to face off at Survivor Series in the kind of finals of this tournament. So it'll be Gunther versus whoever ends up in the finals against him to determine Cena's opponent at Saturday night's main event. They could keep that match on Raw, but I think adding it to the pay-per-view might make sense just because they can give us a solid Gunther match on the pay-per-view. Right now, I'm going to go with Gunther versus Elijah Dragunov. I think that could be a really solid match. I think Gunther will win that match, but I think they could just kind of an excuse to give us just a random 5-star classic type of a match on the Survivor Series card. So yeah, I'm going with Gunther versus Elijah Dragunov and Gunther winning to face Cena at Saturday night's main event in December. Okay, so let's go with the men's War Games match. I think that this could go a lot of different ways, and we'll see with kind of more episodes of Raw and SmackDown, but I wanted to take an early guess at this. So I think that it's going to be based around Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Cody Rhodes on the babyface side. And then I think on the heel side, it'll be Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul. This comes after Logan Paul kind of teasing up with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. So I think that's going to happen. McIntyre is currently feuding with Cody Rhodes or has faced him a bunch recently. So I think he's a natural person to put in this match on the heel side. That leaves one spot on the heel side left. As of right now, I'm going with Brock Lesnar. I know that this is kind of a random pick because he's not involved anywhere in the storyline, but I could just see him showing up and taking part in this randomly. Just they need another big name for this show. So I'm going with Brock as my early guess. I could also see it being somebody else, another heel on the roster. Not exactly sure off the top of my head who this would be right this second, but Brock Lesnar is kind of the best name I could think of. Um, so yeah, that's kind of my pick. I think this would be a really good match. And so just to go through it, it would be Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul. If that match does happen, I'm going to go with the heels winning here. I'm going to go with Brock, Braun, Bronson, Drew, and Logan winning. Maybe some drama between the Usos or something because that there's a rumor that Jimmy and Jay could face off at WrestleMania or something, or maybe that's just fan speculation, but that could be an interesting direction to go. Or something with Roman Reigns and the Usos and CM Punk and Roman Reigns. There's a lot of different storylines. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, something that could be teased that one of them costs the other the match. So there's lots of different opportunities there. But yeah, so I'm going with those 10 guys in my War Games match. I'll do another video as we get closer and kind of the storyline develops. We'll probably see if any of these names change. But yeah, that's kind of my kind of current prediction. Let me know yours in the comment section below. Would love to hear from you. And yeah, please subscribe to this channel. Thanks a lot.